welcome back to my channel. I can't believe that I have managed to make about 4 or 5 YouTube videos now, so it seems like I'm actually able to commit to this, which is shocking because I just didn't think it was going to be that easy. However, let's just get straight into it because I have got 20 minutes maybe till I need to leave the house. I am going for drinks with a friend, which is why I'm actually for once made up properly. Hair is done, straightened. I've even got a non-black shirt on today. I mean, it's still black, but there's a bit of colour going on. So basically it's just a quick chat really. I wanted to update you on my journey, as I'm calling it, but ultimately what it is my kind of my situation with work, my career, my eBay sales, and just becoming that mompreneur. I know people hate the word mompreneur. Yeah, I know people hate that word. I actually am not into these kind of words, but I'm going to use it because it just kind of explains pretty much what I'm trying to do, which is become self-employed, freelance, digital nomad because of motherhood and because of things that have happened in my career that have made me feel like, do you know what, I just want to take charge and I want to create content and I want to work online and I just want to use all my skills that I have to build my own empire, to really kind of, I suppose, build my own empire, like not have my own independence and my financial freedom. That is what's important to me right now. So let's just get straight into what's been going down. So this week I have sold quite a lot. So as you might know, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I am really into this guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a entrepreneur, he is a keynote speaker, he's very motivational and inspiring, and he's invested in loads of tech companies, so like Twitter, Tumblr I think might be one of them. He's just a really inspiring guy to follow if you are into kind of like tech and digital and marketing and content creation and all things that are kind of really relevant to not millennials but to us trying to build businesses and careers in the digital age basically. So I'm following him at the moment, and he did this 2017 flip challenge where he just said, if you want to go out and make £20,107, I think that's what it was, or dollars, I'm going to create this challenge, which is to go onto eBay and sell. He's like, you can make this amount of money if you just go, if you find products, post them on eBay, sell them. Now obviously I'm in 2018 and I am not on maternity leave anymore, and I am basically a working mum. That challenge is what I've set for myself now. Obviously I want to make a lot more money than £20,000. However, I am making my living off eBay. So he gave a few tips and tricks on how to flip and list and make eBay really work for you. So I just wanted to share some of those and also tell you about how I'm getting on. So firstly, one tip that I've never actually used in eBay before is to, when you are listing your items, it always makes sense to obviously check other items that have been listed, like what you're selling, which is pretty basic. Everybody knows that you do that. However, I wasn't looking at the completed listings. I was just looking at all the listings that were online, whether they were auction, buy it now, just everything. So completed means those that have ended, and it could tell you what has sold and how much it's sold for, and what hasn't sold and what it was priced at. So you can kind of see, okay, so for example, the Fendi bag that I sold last week, I could see that it was selling online for around £70. However, I had priced mine at something like £90. So obviously going on and looking at the completed listings, I was able to see that I was pricing mine too high. So I suppose the key thing is research. So really research what it is that you're selling and the price points that they're selling at, and also how frequently they're being listed. I mean, if there's loads of them, obviously eBay's saturated with it, maybe there's more supply than there is demand and actually your item isn't going to sell. But if you can see that there are items that are online that you're selling that are being sold, then you can see how much they're being sold for and you can kind of create your own price point. So that's one thing. So that's pricing and using the completed filter when you are searching for other listings that are similar to what you're going to list. My second thing is using keywords. So obviously I'm from an SEO background, so I kind of understand about keywords. However, I wasn't entirely sure about listings on eBay and how they work with keywords, because obviously you can optimize the title, you can optimize the description text, But sometimes I was using so if I was selling an item from ASOS, I would use the title that was on ASOS in eBay. Now, of course, that could be like duplicate listings, which is not a good thing. But I was thinking, well, if ASOS used it, they obviously know what they're doing with their listings, so I'm going to use it as well. But actually, those might not be the keywords that people use to search in eBay. So what I did was I searched for, I'm selling like a Texier of Paris satchel. So I looked up satchels on eBay and I saw how they were being listed. I saw like professional sellers that were selling like satchels, similar satchels, and the keywords that they were using, and I kind of started to apply that to my own listing. So seeing what the professional sellers are, how they're listing their items and what kind of keywords they're using, and then tailoring that to my own sales. So keywords is a really good one, because of course if you're not like a top seller, you're not going to rank first in the eBay listings anyway, so you really do need to target those keywords. So that's another thing that I've done. And I suppose the third thing that I've done with eBay is just really taking the time to just do the research. It makes such a difference, because you know, I've been selling, this week I've sold items that I've been trying to sell for the past 2-3 weeks that haven't sold. And I think the only reason that I've been able to finally sell them is because of the research that I've been putting in. So just taking the time to not just, at first I was like, I just want to get loads of items online, and the more items I have, the better. But actually it's about making the sales. So putting in the research and just the effort, and actually treating it like you would treat, you know, if you was working for a company and you was doing the marketing and the sales and the SEO, treating it like that basically, making sure that you have got all the elements put in place in order to make a good sale. Because when you are doing this not just as make a side thing, but as, you know, a full-time job, like this is your main stream of income, you have got the time to put in the effort to sell properly. So that's what I'm doing, and I found already in the space of a week that it's actually paid off. Oh, actually one other thing that I've learned in the past week with eBay as well is I always used to list my items at 99p as a starting bid, because I just thought eBay says list your items at 99p to attract lots of buyers or bidders. However, what I was finding is I was selling lots of luxury items at 99p, and of course they would get loads and loads and loads and loads of bids, but the bidders weren't serious. So by the time it sold, they actually weren't committing and purchasing the items. They were then just like, oh my god, that item's £200, I don't want to pay that, and I wouldn't get the payment for the item. So now what I've started to do is actually be realistic and honest with myself. What is the least I'm prepared to sell that item for? So for example, a Dolce & Gabbana tie, second hand, I know the least I want to sell it for is £10. So now I'm listing it at £10, and if someone bids on it at that price, it's because they're serious about wanting to pay for it, and not just like oh, it's 99p, oh, I'll have a bid here, and then someone else will have a bid, and it just becomes a game and like a competition, as opposed to someone seriously being like, I'm going to bid £200 on that item because I want that item. So another thing is, be honest about your listings. Like, if you are not prepared to let go of that item for less than £10, list it for £10. It's not about getting lots of bids, it's about getting the buyers that are prepared to commit to the item and the purchase and making that sale. So that's key. So in terms of Instagram, so this week, so you've probably noticed if you follow me on Instagram that I have been now posting every single day. At first I was averaging about 3 posts a week, and it was mainly because I hadn't prepared my content beforehand. So now I am pre-prepping content, and it makes such a difference. I'm able to sometimes, like, I'm feeling inspired, I've got lots to write, so I'll just find a picture that I've taken on my phone, and I will write a post just off the whim that day. But however, sometimes I'm not always that inspired. Sometimes I'm busy, sometimes my key posting time, I'm out here, I'm out there. So having a pre-planned post in my phone that I literally can just click post automatically really, really helps. So now I am planning content ahead of time, and I'm also like taking photos ahead of time. So it makes the Instagram posting a much easier process for me. And another thing that I noticed on Instagram today is I've been checking my metrics a lot more. Now, I know Gary Vee says, don't check your stats, don't check your metrics for the first year that you are, like, you know, building your brand. But I am just checking mine because I suppose I do want to see some progress. And I just, at the moment, although I am doing it out of passion and sheer love, I do want to kind of have some guidance and be going in the right direction, because I'm quite late to Instagram. I feel like I've got a lot of catching up to do, so I do need to do the due diligence with metrics and stats, and seeing, you know, my followers and my key posting times. So yeah, so basically my key posting time has always been around 6 o'clock every single day. So I kind of figured that out a month or two ago, and I've just been posting at 6 o'clock every single day. Basically just because I just knew back then that it said 6 o'clock. However, recently I've been checking more frequently, and I've noticed that the times that my followers are most active has changed. So on a Wednesday it might be 6 o'clock, and then on a Thursday it's 9, and it's changed dramatically actually. It might be because I'm getting followers now in different countries. I've got a big following in America, in New York actually, and I've got a big following in Canada and a big following in Catania, Italy, obviously, because I post a lot. A lot of my images have been taken in Italy. When I say a big following, I don't mean a big following because I've actually only got 253 followers as I speak, but I mean these are where my followers are, as well as obviously from the UK. So yeah, so my time varies. So now I'm starting to post according to the, the metrics that I've been shown. So my point is, if you are a new Instagrammer and you do want to see that growth, and you do want some guidance in terms of when to post, what to post, then I would say against Gary V's wise words. But for me, I know that I feel much more comfortable checking, because like I said, I'm new to Instagram. Well, I'm not new to Instagram, but I'm new to using Instagram in this way. So so I'm checking, and I would say if you do feel like you need a bit of guidance, like your posts aren't working, like things aren't making sense to you, because you did that 3 months ago and it worked, and now all of a sudden it's not working, then I would definitely say to keep checking your metrics. What else do I have to update you on? So the job front is still pretty quiet really. I mean, again, obviously there are a lot more full-time jobs out there than part-time. I'm feeling really pumped about what I'm doing at the moment, so there's just not a full-time job out there that is even remotely kind of wanting me to go back to work full-time. I mean, not even for all the money in the world, but at the moment I'm just so excited by what I'm doing, and I'm just can't believe that I'm actually making this money without having to have anybody else pay me. Like, I'm making this money for myself, by myself, and I just think you can't put a price on that. I'm not putting my foot down hardcore on the accelerator in terms of looking for a job, because I know that I've got this money that I'm making. I obviously have the concern of what if this ever runs out, but I have to just reinvest the money. At the moment I'm not reinvesting the money. I am at the moment clearing out wardrobes, so I'm not having to buy stock to sell. But eventually, if I ever get to that point, then I may have to just start reinvesting, and I suppose I'm quite happy to do that because I like the independence of being my own boss and working my own hours, and still being able to spend as much time as I decide to put aside for all the other stuff that I'm doing, which is my writing, my blogging, my Instagram, my Twitter and everything else. So that is that. That's everything that I wanted to catch you up on today. I'm about to go out for drinks tonight, which is crazy because I haven't been out for drinks maybe since Christmas, and I'm excited about that. I've done my hair. I've actually straightened it, which is not very often. It's brushed. It's looking flat. You guys have seen me with some horrendous hair on YouTube, but I just push the content out, and sometimes it's not perfect, or I don't look perfect. I'm like, you know what? I filmed that video. It's going out regardless, and that is basically what I think Gary Vee calls the art of not giving a fuck. Obviously, that's a very small scale of it, but it's just got to the point where now I'm just being so militant. I really can't think of anything else that I would need to catch you guys up on. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video. Again, if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, feel free to leave a comment down below, direct message me on Instagram, tweet me, come over to my blog, get in contact any way you would like to. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and